This is TNT Sports' Adam Summerton, and you're listening to Three Fish on the Shirt.
This is John Sander. You're listening to Three Fish on the Shirt.
Welcome to this week's Three Fish on the Shirt. I'm welcoming again Steve Risley after the Accrington game, straight after the Accrington game, no less. Hi, Steve. How you doing?
I'm all right, Dave. Bit disappointed with the result, but we didn't lose. But just a frustrating game again to watch, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a really funny one, but we'll come back to that in a second. I just want to welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us and watching and listening. And you're doing in greater numbers every week. Not every one of you subscribes on the YouTube channel, so if you can do us a favour and help us out, get to a few more football fans and Mariners, click that little subscribe icon and the bell to get notified when we have a new episode out. Then you'll get to see the stuff come out straight away. Talking of episodes, it's going to be a bit rapid this week with episodes. We've got tonight's episode, which is episode 5, which is number 49, and then tomorrow we're going to be releasing the Manchester United preview, which is episode 50. And in so doing, we've got a prize giveaway. We've had 2 giveaways this week. One book from last week's guest, Rob Cavallini. And this week we've got a Mariners shirt of your choice to give away, styled in with 3 fish adornments. So if you want to join that, look on any of our social medias, the leading posts or the pinned posts. They've got everything you need to join the competition and take part. And we'll be announcing the winner in the Manchester United preview episode, which will be out Sunday night or Monday morning, depending on how things go. So, get hold of that competition and get yourselves in line for a Mariners shirt. So if you've already got one of the shirts and you want a different one, it's up to you, subject to availability. And there is no cash alternative, so we haven't got any cash. So, thanks again for taking your time to watch us and listen to us. It's much appreciated. All right, Steve, on the whole then, we'll just quickly talk about today briefly.
Yeah.
Could quite easily have won that game. Didn't lose it like we did there last year. So it's 1 point better in that same fixture than last year. And in the week as a whole, you've got the Walsall game, which we won last year, and we've won it this year as well. So that's 4 points from 6 in a week. 2 away games, normal circumstances, you'd be saying that'll do nicely.
Well, that's it. You'd be happy with that normally, but having watched the game today, I'm thinking, along with you, we should have won it. We should have won that. We should have been 2-3-0 up in the first half, and we've set the standards now. I'm afraid that we need to be winning the games like this.
Yeah.
So
we
did on Tuesday night.
We didn't get off to the greatest of starts. I didn't think we didn't settle very well.
No.
But when we did, we looked really lively, and Cabia was giving their centre half, particularly Rosen, the big lad at the back, a really tough time. He was really not knowing what to do with him, was he?
Yeah, he was playing on the shoulder again, wasn't he? And like he did the other night, and he looked really good. And he's a player. He's just got to learn to take penalties. But yeah, he looks rapid, and the defenders will not like to defend against him.
No, you can tell that. And the more we can play on that, the better. But it gives us a number of options, doesn't it? It allows us to play short, play out from the back, play short, try and create the space, and then release him. Or you can knock the long ball over the top and get him to chase it. You can got all options are open.
That's it. Yeah, I don't think he was in the game too much the first half, but they were on top sort of first 15 minutes, I thought.
We definitely
And
missed
then
Greeny today, didn't we?
yeah, I don't know why he wasn't playing. Was it resting him or I don't know.
I wonder if the changes were partly to avoid everybody having to do 2 games a week, knowing that Man United's coming up and there'll be a few want to play in that. We probably thought we could put out a team that was good enough today to give the
I think
to have a real
I
good
think I
chance at
think
Man U.
I think so. I think he's the squad is strong, so he and all the subs that have come on in the first 4 games have all done well. So he trusts them. So he trusts them to go in and do a job. And a draw is not a bad result.
No,
And
and I
I
say it's better than we did there last
they
year.
all did. Yeah. So he's Greeny. He does a lot. He does a lot of running. He's got to be tired after that game the other night.
Well, Staunton was in for
So
Sweeney, Churi was in for Curry, and Doug Tham was out and Warren was in, and I didn't think anybody did badly. The one quite,
Geezer.
yeah,
Churi came in for Vernon was on the bench, wasn't he? Vernon
Yeah.
got dropped.
yeah. There wasn't
Right.
quite the spark again in that kind of all energy effort, was there? Unfortunately, but you can't play like that every game. I guess you just burn them out.
I thought the ones that came in did well again. Geezer
Mm.
Churi, I thought he looked good first half.
Yeah.
Faded a bit second half, but
Yeah.
Staunton did okay. But I think we did miss Sweeney.
Yeah.
Nice. We didn't get forward enough as we normally do down the left when he's been in.
Talking of Staunton, his ball in for the goal was absolutely superb, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, he's got a
Sumptuous
lovely,
ball.
yeah, like Denver Hume. But forget about him.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a lovely ball in, and KB has got to be there, hasn't he? He's got to control it, and he went in, dropped lovely on his foot. But yeah, I thought he was going to go on and win that.
Yeah, and it looked like we probably would do when we got a penalty early in the second half when Rogers was played in, got nudged off the ball, fouled if you like. Thought it was a bit soft. I'd have been disappointed if we'd got that given against us.
I'd be unhappy about it was against us.
And in fact, we did get in not a few yards away from that very spot out of a penalty that never should have been last year against us. Cabia stepped up and did what he probably should have done the other night, stuck it right near the post where he scored his other pens.
Yeah.
And the keeper got there. And in fairness to the keeper, it was a good save.
Was a good save, yeah. He must have been done his homework on him maybe when he scored the one in the corner. But yeah, a shame because it's right in front of the town fans as well. That'd have been great for him to get that goal.
No,
And
the good news is it doesn't sound like he's the sort of player to knock his confidence.
no, I know. I think he'll be wanting the next one, but whether he'll get the next one, I don't know.
Yeah, interesting.
Just that one goal, that one if we'd won today, would have been top of the league.
And not to forget that Corey had got through, hit the keeper with his shot, and looked to have a great chance to be able to score with his second effort, and he skied it. And he'll be disappointed with that because his first effort wasn't great.
That was a nice ball from KB as well. I didn't think he'd quite hit it hard enough, but he did. And
Corey scuffed his shot straight into the keeper, got a second chance, and then just launched it, didn't he?
Launched it, panicked a little bit. So he's still not quite there, Curry, with his finishing. He will get there. He's scoring the odd goal, isn't he?
And he's getting in the positions, isn't he?
Yeah, just not panicking.
Not
panicking.
And yeah, he'll learn. He'll get there. As long as he don't let it play on his mind. And I don't think in the current culture of the club that anybody will allow that to happen. It's just constantly like you got in that position, you couldn't get your feet sorted out quick enough to do what you needed to do. Be better next time. That's the culture, isn't it? And
that's it.
If that prevails, it'll be all right.
I thought because Doug Tam, he was out of the squad as well today, so it's a bit. I don't know what's going on there. Whether he's just rotating.
Yeah,
it's squad line. I think, like you said.
Yeah.
The Man United game coming up.
Yeah, 4 points in 2 games away from home. If you'd have promised that at the start of the week, most of us would have probably said, "Go on then, love that."
Yeah,
you'd have probably expected it might be the other way around. But
yeah, but if you said after 5 games you'd won 3, drawn 2, lost none,
yeah,
we'll be happy with that.
If you'd told me we'd had a positive goal difference after 5 games, I'd have been happy.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. So because we played not played it. Well, played Walsall, and we played team that's come down, Crawley. So it's not been not an easy start.
No,
So.
it's interesting though that after the other night's game, we've gone away from home, and everybody's expectations up, isn't it? And it feels a little bit like a defeat when that goal went in, and when they scored their offside one. And yet, after the game, you have to look back at these things and go, "What I've just said about 4 points in 6 away from home." Ordinarily you'd be happy with that, and I think you have to,
would be,
to bring yourself back down to earth a bit, don't you?
But their goals, did you see their goal was a drop ball, wasn't it? Did you see that? And Ryan Bennett.
That was shocking, wasn't it?
Ryan Bennett in the commentary was not happy about that. He said that I don't like that at all.
He kind of just threw it to him nicely to catch it on the half volley so he could launch it into the box.
Yeah, and I don't know why. Well, it's in the rules, isn't it? But
what I can't understand is why he threw it to him towards him bouncing. You'd have think, rolling it towards him on the floor might be a bit fairer.
Nearly an assist for the referee.
Yeah, but. Well, that's what I said online. When I was talking about it during the game. But no, it's just disappointing that, and it just felt a bit wrong, didn't it? And then a couple of minutes later, one of their players went over again. I'm thinking, are they expecting it again? Anyway, you give the ball to him this time, which I thought, thank God for that.
They have another team that fouled a lot, though. We see the stats at the end. There was 25 fouls, 24 fouls committed.
And I think, a team like that, they're quite lucky they didn't incur more bookings. I mean, Madden should have been booked in the first half for standing on the ball and then we were going to take a quick free kick. Referee had a word with him, but stopping the restart or delaying the restart deliberately is a yellow card offence. And had he sort of jumped on it a bit more, he might have ended up with somebody having a red.
Yeah, well, I thought the ref did it sort of okay, really.
He wasn't that bad.
He did book one of their players for blocking the free kick in the second half, didn't he?
Late on, wasn't it? Yeah. But,
and then he booked that player for shoving Curry. Was it Curry again in the back?
Yeah, that was a stupid foul. They should have kept us pressured up there.
Tell you what, a lot of these teams seem to be niggly, foul-y teams that we played so far.
I think there was only one team wanting to play proper football today. I sent you a note today halfway through the game saying, these guys, we need to get it on the ground against these guys.
Yeah, we do. We play some lovely football when we can. We know that. I think there was a period in the second half of the first half we were knocking it around lovely again, and they couldn't get near us.
There was a ball in the middle of the midfield. Corey went in and nicked the ball off their player and played it to his teammates almost in one movement. And I thought he's thought about if I try and nick it this way, I'm in. I've got me mate in, and I thought that was really really quite an indication of how much development the guys have gone under. Because last year the play was much more ponderous at the start, wasn't it? And the season before, at the back end of the season before, we were ponderous at times. We've lost a bit of that ponderousness, haven't we? We're a bit more dynamic on the ball now.
We are. Like you said earlier in the season, we're getting a foot in here, getting a foot in there, just nicking it off. McEachran's always doing that.
I was going to say that you mentioned in that style of play, McEachran did it. If he did it once, he did it 4 or 5 times.
Oh, he just gets his foot in, doesn't he, and then nicks it off the player, or just turns around the corner, and
And he's got
such
speed of thought if he wins it as well. It's like he's thinking, if I get this, I know what I'm going to do with it. I've got a fair idea. I know what my options are, which is good.
Yeah,
and it helps us with a quick transition. And with him and Cabra in the team, I think we could be seeing some excitement this season for definite.
But say we got a draw today, and we didn't have no Green, no Tam, Burnham on the bench. Changes, Sweeney on the bench, and we still got a draw. So but I think
great following again as well.
Yeah, I mean, was it?
I didn't catch the.
They were behind the goal was full, and it was down the side as well.
Yeah, they were down the side to almost halfway because the couple from Barnsley that's sitting there, us in the pontoon. They were on the front row of the stand about halfway down.
Oh, was it? Oh, right. Yeah, I was looking for Darren. Andy's lad was there. Darren. couldn't see him. Like,
Does he look like his dad?
yeah, not really actually.
If
But he lives in St Helens,
how does he?
that way on. Yeah, so he was he asked Andy to get a ticket for him. So it was there.
St Helens. Talk
St
about St Helens
Helens.
to a Warrington fan. Yeah, no, I saw a chap that looked a bit like Andy in the stand, and I thought, oh, is that Andy? I don't think Andy goes away.
He's got a beard. Darren.
This person didn't
tallish.
have a beard.
Yeah.
No, so
yeah.
decent following, decent-ish performance, but after the sort of efforts of this week and the points collected, I think we can be reasonably happy overall, don't you?
Yeah, no. Well, I'd say it's only an hour or so ago it's finished. So
Yeah,
I was a bit annoyed.
yeah, same.
We didn't win, but
Same.
a draw, like you said, a win at Walsall, a draw against Accrington, 4 points out of 6, and you can't. That's happy with that.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
we're where are we in the table? We are fourth.
I mean, you got
1 point.
3 points out the same fixtures last year. So jobs are good.
So yeah, can't 2,647 there.
Yeah.
So
have a quick whiz through the scores from today's games in League Two, and then we'll double back and look at the Walsall game. So first things first, the early game, the afternoon, Newport 1, Milton Keynes 2. Newport went into an early lead and pegged back on half time by a Mendes Lang penalty. Now there's some names, and Callum Patterson scored the winner on 51. So that's 2 of their big money signings earning the dosh there.
Yeah, they're going to be right up there, aren't they?
You'd expect so, wouldn't you? They've conceded a goal there, which is good. So we like to see them concede a few more.
Yeah, I think that's the first goal they've conceded since that one. Is it?
Well, they must have conceded another one because they've let 2 in this season. So
right.
They don't let many in though. You're not wrong, and they haven't lost.
No.
They haven't lost since he came in.
No, they haven't lost. No, they've got goal difference of 8 plus 8.
They had a 5-0 win, didn't they? So
but we're on the same points as them.
Yeah. Walsall 1, Salford 0. Henry Burke getting the goal for Walsall today, so they bounced back. We'll talk about
win to them.
Walsall shortly. Accrington 1, Town 1 we know about and we've just spoken about.
Yeah.
Bristol Rovers with their first win. Harrison scored the winner on 34 minutes, 1-0 at home to Cambridge.
His first goal since returning.
Yeah. Cheltenham banging trouble. Cheltenham 0, Barnet 1. And that was with Barnet having a man sent off in the 78th minute. Bossa Deby was sent off straight red on 78.
Yeah, Cheltenham are in trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, banging trouble, as predicted by me. I think if you'll check the previous episodes.
Yeah, I think I was predicted it as well, I think.
Yeah. Colchester 0, Barrow 2. So Barrow bouncing back a little bit there against Colchester.
Yeah.
Scored an early goal and a late goal to go 2-0. The ever-recovering Tranmere Rovers beat Crawley 2-0 at Crawley, with Smith and Amari Patrick scoring in the second half for a 2-0 win. Fleetwood 1, Oldham 1. Early Fleetwood goal cancelled out on just before half-time by Ogle of Oldham Athletic. So that is another draw for them. Just having a quick look at the lineups to see if our old boys played. Yeah, Malarkey was in. And Hume wasn't in.
No.
And he wasn't on the bench. No. He wasn't on the bench either. That's interesting. Wonder if he was injured.
Don't know. Unless they played in the cup, are they?
Yeah.
Next week.
Not sure. Gillingham 1, Crewe 0. So Crewe's 100% record is gone.
And they're still top.
Yeah. Gale scored in the last minute to
my mate will be happy.
Finish them off. Harrogate 1, Chesterfield 2. Duke McKenna, I think the lad who was taken down by Pym to get the penalty against us. He scored for Harrogate on the 50th minute. Chesterfield had gone ahead after 6 minutes and scored the winner with 9 minutes to go. Notts County took control against Bromley. Bromley pegged them back after 18 minutes for 1-1. Notts County retook the lead just before half time, and then Oduteo of Bromley scored an equaliser rather with 7 minutes to go. And then they who shall not be named went 1-0 up early on in the game. Swindon to get a equaliser. Shrewsbury managed to get a goal, and then Swindon scored in the injury time, which they seem to do a lot at home. I'd be interested to see how many times they've scored last minute goals. There was a game the other week where there was I can't remember if it was the start of this season or the end of last season where they'd equalised in the last minute and then scored a winner in the last minute as well, or in the last few minutes. So that's the results for today.
Must be them ghosts, those ghosts coming in, ghosting in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
late. But yeah, we do seem to score a lot of late goals.
As you say, that puts Crew top on 4 wins and a defeat, along with
top,
along with Chesterfield. Both scored similar numbers of goals. Chesterfield let in far more goals. Milton Keynes Dons then and us on 3 wins and 2 draws, and then you've got Bromley on 2 wins and 3 draws on 9 points, and then you've got Walsall on 3 wins and 2 defeats, and beyond is your top 7. So there's 2 or 3 teams there, 3 or 4 teams that we'd expected to be there. There's a few missing who we'd suggested might get into that top area. Notably, the most absent Bristol Rovers. I think probably expected a bit better from them at the start of the season.
Definitely, yeah. They're in trouble down at the minute they're in trouble. So we've got them next.
And the other one that's missing is Notts. So they've won 1 of their 5 games, drawn 2 and lost 2. They've scored 9 goals, but they've let in 8. So they've not taken advantage in games where they've scored.
Notts County.
Yeah.
They've only won 1 game, haven't they? Out of 5.
Yeah.
Not good.
Shrewsbury really struggling. They've scored 2 and let in 12. Cheltenham have scored 1 and let in 11.
Yeah, they've got problems, Shrewsbury, haven't they?
Yeah, MK Dons have scored 10 and let in 2. So that was the other one we were interested in. And Town are somewhere there with the top scorers on 10, but they've let in 5. So not in a bad position. I think if you'd have given us that start, I'd have been thinking about taking it.
Yeah, it's just we need to be more, put these games away, haven't we? Yeah. If we're going to get promoted.
We've said it, and he's said it. I think he knows, old David. So we'll see how
he'll be frustrated. I think he'll be frustrated today with that game.
Yeah, but we can kind of put it out of our minds now with something to look forward to, can't we? There's going to be an exciting week, and we'll cover that shortly. But I think probably now's as good a time to go back to the game earlier this week when Town took on Walsall. So following up from a decent away win last minute, bit of a high. Quite a tough ask, Walsall away straight after that game.
Yeah, it was a tough place to go, but we got a result there last year, didn't we? 3-1 when they were leaders, and I think they're probably thinking. Artell was thinking we can go there again, better squad.
Yeah.
And do them again, and we did.
Were you optimistic?
I was, yeah. I am. Every game is a minute with Town. I think we can give anybody a game with the quality of the football we're playing at the minute. We're gonna miss a few chances, but we're gonna score because we're just creating so many chances and getting balls in the box, touches in the box. It's great to watch. Yeah, I was optimistic about Tuesday night.
I think it started really open, didn't it? The game on Tuesday, there was quite a bit of end-to-end stuff going on. KB was doing his usual, playing off the shoulder. He got in quite early, didn't he? And that shot there at the post, he went for the near post, and you don't see many strikers shoot from there, hit the inside of the near post, and it fly away the other side. Walsall had a shot from the edge of the box as well, where Pym made a great save as well. And then they had another one where they came in from the left. Ball came in, Pym had to make a save. The ball dropped out, and he came straight out and kind of made a follow-up save, which was brilliant.
He did well there.
Yeah, and he covered himself in a fair bit of glory.
He's looking good.
They had 1 or 2 other chances in the first half, but then in the second half they had some odd sort of injury. The first injury was the first half of the second half now, but one guy, Suttle, went off with some sort of knee problem, and then in the second half, as they were attacking, the ball came out from one of their attacks that had broken down, And their bloke crumpled as he was just about to collect the ball. Did you see
Yeah,
that? And
near
then
the halfway line.
Vernham and Burns put
Cavier.
Vernham in, didn't he? Or was it Cavier who put Vernham in?
Cavier put
Vernham
Vernham
in,
in.
and then the ball came out to Burns, who skied it. And there's one or two Town fans who'd said, "Oh, it was very sporting of Burns to put the ball out of play." There was quite a bit of booing from the Walsall fans that we didn't put the ball out.
Well, yeah, but the guy went down. He wasn't holding his head.
Yeah,
You know.
could have just slipped, couldn't he? We didn't,
Yeah, they'd have done the same to us.
play
I don't mind.
to the whistle, don't you?
I don't agree. I don't agree putting the ball out. Just play on.
Play on.
Referee's in charge.
Yeah, the ref stops it, and the ref stops it.
Yeah, so Vernham hit the goalie, and then he went to Burns. He skied it, didn't he?
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
and that wasn't a great finish. But then Tham picked the ball up in the middle of the park and were playing it round the back halfway up the pitch, so they dropped in quite deep. Ball from Burns in then was absolutely incredible, right into the danger area, doing exactly what I like. Don't put it where your opponents don't want it.
Yeah, put it right behind them.
It was, Greedy steamed in on the far post, made them make a save, but the loose ball dropped in this case to Corey, who gleefully smashed it into the net, and Town led.
Yeah, he's Curry. He just sort of stepped away, like I thought the ball had gone out, and then he just saw it at the camera, and then Greeny got his head on it, and then he turned and he stepped into, so he's like striding into the ball at that point, and he put it right in the roof of the net.
And it's
so that was good.
Spectacular when it goes in like that.
It is, yeah, because if he hit it low, it probably would have deflected. So he put it straight in the roof of the net, and
if only he'd done that today.
Another goal for him. Yeah.
And then,
well, I'm expecting. I want him to score 10 goals. I think I said it earlier.
It's doable, isn't it?
I want him to 10 goals this year.
Look at the way he's playing. That's more than doable. 10 to 15.
Yeah, got a couple now. So
Walsall had one or two other chances where they tried to get forward. Close sort of to the end of the game, they popped the ball across, sort of ping pong back and forth, hit the bar, and they put the ball in the net for it to be called offside. What did you think of that?
I'm trying to remember now. Did it go? Oh yes, yeah. Oh, well, it was hard to see really. But
it is, because the ball came in a couple of times, and I actually think it was the first offside that he gave.
I thought it was the first one, yeah.
Because the second
he looked offside.
The second one, I think, was onside. I don't think they were very happy about it, and we've got some footage from behind the goal at Walsall's end, courtesy of Simon Ward of the fantastic Walsall Fan TV channel. Thanks, Simon, for allowing us to use that. And you can see on that it looks like, I think it was Holman whose ball came across. He knocked it in, and then they headed it back, and then it hit the bar, and then it hit somebody else. And I think it was right back to that first one. The commentators seem to think that, and too many phases of play. But if the first ball into the danger area is offside, it's offside.
And that's it. And they wait for the flag, wait for the play to finish, and then they put the flag up.
Yeah.
So I think it was him who was offside, the first guy. Yeah.
I thought, narrow. I think it could have easily. Obviously, I think the goal's offside that we score.
And
he did look offside.
It was funny because after the game, Matt Sadler had said, "I thought it was definitely a mistake," and all the rest of it. And I found a clip on the Walsall footage after the game where he says, "Oh, our goal was definitely offside."
So, well, our goal was definitely offside.
I don't know if he meant to say that or what, but we'll play it out here just to prove.
I think
that
he missed the word.
Offside.
He missed the word out, not.
Yeah, or said off instead of on. But
yeah,
Town held out to a bit of late pressure, odd corner and here and there, but when the ball came in, the defence was pretty staunch. I think it was a really, really good away performance with, again, 729, I think it was, Town fans.
That's amazing. Walsall on a Tuesday night. Yeah, they were quite a physical team, weren't they? And that Jealous and Lakin and they're just a bit annoying because they just do dirty things. And
Jealous, I don't see him playing for much longer because, as I said to you before, he's off the back of 2,500 betting.
He said that
infringements, and he's had to reply by the end of July. He's free to play until his case is heard. Presumably, he's going to get a hearing and plead that he wasn't betting on his own games or anything like that. But the rules are pretty clear, and the precedents are quite strong in terms of a decent lengthy ban.
Yeah, when it wasn't when he was at here,
No,
Walsall, was it?
no.
No, but to say because he come from non-league, didn't he? He's been non-league. We're saying in the commentary on Tuesday night, Steve Parkin was commenting saying that he had a good season last season, really looked really good, but this season he's not moved on and he's got to improve. And I wonder if this betting thing's affecting him.
It won't help, will it? I mean, mentally,
It won't help his mental state, will it?
No, it won't. No. And he scored a fantastic goal against us last year at Brundle Park. That was one where Cass played the ball across, didn't he? And he just volleyed it into the net, and he thought, bloody hell.
It was a sub. I think he was a sub that day, wasn't he? It was a great finish. Yeah.
That was the game where I had to leave for about 1 minute, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah. He that's why we remember him really, because he scored that goal and he was impressive, right? And but we've got better players than them. I think better skillful players and better on the ball. We've got a confidence about us. That's what I like.
Yeah.
We look like we're going to win.
Yeah, and we're not frightened. If the worst happens, we
trying things.
Yeah, we muck in and crack on, don't we? And I think that's what the coach do now.
And it is, and like today, you see, you saw a Walsall game. Rodgers venturing up front, Sweeney venturing up front, but they all cover for each other. They all seem to know where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that's coaching.
Yeah. And I think that there's very much. David Artell's had the windows now to get the players in he wants to play the type of football he wants, and he's got those players, and he kept the good core of players that he wanted to keep, and lo and behold, he's got a better end product to play with now. I think
that's right.
I think he's bad. I don't think we're too pressured on getting any more people in now. I think there's maybe a couple of options, but I don't think we're looking at trying to sign a megastar.
No. He was saying that on the interview, wasn't he, today? About there's no loan players in so far, which is not deliberate. He said it's just how it's gone.
No, but we've had a revolving door of loanees over the last few years, haven't we? Of people that you don't know whether they're any good, and probably the teams they're coming from don't actually know if they're going to be any good. And we tend to have to manage with them, but they've been the ones that have made our squad up. This year, we haven't even done that yet.
No, and I don't think if we can get away. I think we can get away from loan players. You can use them, but just try and get a squad that's it's the full time.
Use them, but don't rely on them. And I think that was the problem. We were relying on them. If you think back to when we signed the lad from Norwich, Dixon Peters, and players like that, the lad from Preston, Mikey O'Neill, big curly-haired lad. They were kind of frivolous extras, weren't they? That we were relying on them to bolster the squad, and it wasn't really doing that, which is a shame.
Yeah, it's. I think they got it spot on. I mean, I was having another meeting. He said this week, wasn't there? Recruitment meeting.
Right.
He said so they're still looking, and then we had a new guy on the bench today, didn't we? Which we haven't seen yet, striker.
Yeah, Soon Sup Bell. I noticed he was on the bench. I'd missed one of the changes that you pointed out to me before, and when I read the team before the game, and when I replied to you, I'd literally only just got the feed live on my screen, so I'd not picked up that Tham wasn't playing, but I did pick up from the list that he was on the bench. So he's getting involved, or he must be approaching something like fitness with a bit of luck.
Yeah, and then of course we had Danny Rose back today, haven't we?
Nice to see him get back on the pitch. It was great when he went over from that. Somebody backed in. He was backing somebody, and they whacked him on the back of the head. And he went down like a sack of spuds, and as soon as he got the free kick, he was up and off.
Yeah, I think he spent more time on his backside than he did stood up when he came on.
Yeah, but we'd love him for it. If he was playing against us, we'd be playing L.
But we've got that Walsall game. No way would have won that game a couple of years ago.
No.
But now we are winning them games and drawing games today. We would have lost possibly last year.
And to be honest, some of the we talked about comparing the results with last season's results. The place we've got to be better this year is at BP, isn't it? Yeah, winning the games. There's loads of games where we didn't do very well last year that we've got an opportunity this year to.
We started well this year,
so hopefully that keeps the positive element of town fans. So yeah, good.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah. So this week it's all about parking the league, putting it to one side, and we've got the visit of Manchester United. Nonetheless, still surreal. When I put the computer on to get the feed up earlier on, it showed us the latest next fixtures. It's Grimsby v Man United, and I couldn't believe it. And some of our guests that are joining us for the 50th preview episode, which is out tomorrow, were saying exactly the same. It feels a bit surreal.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah.
It's going to be a full house. It's a sellout, isn't it? So it's going to be 8,000 odd.
Yeah.
8,500 possibly. And atmosphere will be great. Just got to get a good start, really.
Yeah.
Just make sure we don't get anybody stupidly sent off or anything daft, and give us a chance.
Yeah.
But
we've
got a chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got a chance.
Yeah, we've got a puncher's chance, haven't we, on the night?
We'll have Greeny back, Tam back, Vernon. It'll probably be the same starting team as the Walsall game.
Yeah.
I
think
thought.
He knows it.
So,
you get the impression he knows his strongest 11, don't you, this season? Now, times you get managers and you think, oh God, he doesn't even know his best team. I don't think that about Artell at the minute. I think even if he doesn't have his strongest team, he knows that anybody else can come in and do a decent job.
And they did today.
Yeah.
They all did.
Yeah.
Jury, Stormton, Warren. I mentioned him really. He came in, did solid game today.
Yeah, exactly.
And Rogers was all over marauding again.
And again, that is brilliant because it must be so hard to play against. You think, oh, this guy must be right back. He's a centre half playing as a right back. He'll be shit. Let's target him. And he has been targeted over a couple of games, and it's not worked out great for anybody, has it? Not to the point that they've exploited it to any detriment of town. And I think long may that continue. I'll be interested to see what David Artell thinks of that now the Man United game's around the corner. And for this week then, because it's going to be a busy week, we've probably got this episode, a preview and a post-match to do this week. Probably give our listeners the benefit of a bit of time back to watch the other episodes as they come out. So unless there's anything else from you, Steve, this week, we'll bid our listeners and watchers farewell. Thank them for coming. Thank you for coming. And we'll see you tomorrow, and then we'll see you later in the week.
That's cool, yes. Man United.
Yeah.
Grimsby Town versus Manchester United.
So what we got to say for that, ahead of that, is up the Mariners!
Up the Mariners!
Up the Trophy Mariners!
Up the Stripies.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's Three Fish on This Shirt, your ultimate Grimsby Town podcast. Thanks for tuning in and being part of our community, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcast, through Amazon, Audible, Spotify, iHeartRadio or Podchaser, or anywhere else you get your podcasts from. If you're loving what we're doing and want more match analyses, in-depth discussions, exclusive interviews, then just hit subscribe. It's completely free and it helps us grow to bring you even better content, and it keeps that Mariners conversation alive. If you want to listen on the go, just ask your smart speaker to search for Three Fish on the Shirt, Grimsby Town Podcast, or find us at any of the podcast locations we've already mentioned. Drop a comment, leave a review, and share the pod with fellow Mariners, because football's always better when we talk about it together. Until next time, up the Mariners!
But to take that leap, you must